What would you think if you saw a child screaming in the store?
What would I think or what would I do?
What would you think?
I would think that probably the child is screaming because something negative happened to it or its parent mistreated it.
Okay. So I guess kind of answered, but still, what would you think if you saw the parent wasn't able to kind of handle the situation or control them?
I would think that the parent most likely is not the best of parents, and this might not be how they act all of the time, but in this particular situation, somebody might need to step in and maybe say something to try to calm the child down if they're being destructive.
Okay. What if we told you they were autistic?
The child?
Yes.
Okay. I would have to say that maybe the autism has something to do with the way the child's acting out.
Okay. Now, when you hear autism, what do you think?
Okay, autism is
Autism is
something I should know about, but I don't have a concrete definition of it. And I think it's because there's a lot of terminology that is politically incorrect, and I just don't know where or what words are appropriate in using to describe it.
A developmental disorder that causes people starting from, I don't really know when it starts, but I think it started from a young age to have a limited ability to interact socially, and it's on a broad spectrum of ability to interact. So there's some people that you might not even be able to notice that have autism, and then there's some that are visibly autistic.
Is a mental condition, I guess, characterized from birth of difficulty in communicating or having relationships with other people.
Autism is my little brother. Fun, but then highly intelligent and sometimes irritating, but you love them all the same and you deal with their little quirks.
My best friend John was autistic. He could always figure out the puzzles that was in the coloring books. I couldn't do it. He was a freaking genius to me, all right? He was brainiac.
Autism means being born with a condition that makes you see the world in a different way.
And when he got to know you, he warmed up and he would show affection for you.
Acceptance is just like meeting somebody where they're at and all of the pieces of them. People are complex beings with a lot of different parts, and accepting all of those parts.
Acceptance. Well, that's a darn good question. What does it mean to me? I guess belonging.
Acceptance to me means understanding what something is and then not thinking that it's any different. In terms of autism, it doesn't mean someone is any different as a person.
After you get accepted by that group, then either the dynamics change or you change.
Acceptance is knowledge.
Acceptance is not defining someone by what their disabilities are, and I think acceptance is embracing those differences, even if you have a hard time with it.
But what does acceptance mean to me? It means just, accepting anybody despite your faults.
I think acceptance means taking you for whom you are.
Acceptance to me means loving someone for who they are and loving everything about them.
Acceptance means loving people for who they are.
Acceptance means loving people for who they are.
Acceptance is taking somebody for who they are and loving them unconditionally.
Autism's awesome. Ah.
Some are gonna come in like a cool angle.
Acceptance. Acceptance is this family outer sinus I like to call. Never been more accepted in my life. Best friend is Mexican. Bam.
What is the capital of Alaska?
Do you know? Do you know the capital of Alaska?
Okay, but actually though.